Can I start crops in the middle of the summer, even in the middle of July? With the heat, the humidity, the pouring rain, is it even possible? Well, yes it is. And today on Wild Florida, we're going to talk about 5 crops you can start in summer. Hi, I'm Jacqueline, the Wild Floridian, and welcome to the Growing Food is Easy Challenge. The challenge where we save money, go local, and save the world one piece of food at a time. If this is your first time joining us and you want to start from the beginning so you don't miss any of the tips and tricks we've gone over along the way, go ahead and click on this card right here, or you can wait till the end and a card will appear in one of these 4 corners. Okay, let's get into it. Let's talk about 5 crops that you can start in summer. It's hot, it's humid, and it's monsooning rain, and it sounds a lot like the tropics. And that's what we're going to focus on for our 5 crops today, is all going to be about the tropics. Number one's got to be sweet potatoes. These are an awesome and super easy plant to grow here in Florida, and you can grow them year round. But starting them in the summer is a great time, because if you want to have sweet potatoes for Thanksgiving and Christmas, now's the time of the year to get them in the ground. And what's cool about them is you can eat not only the sweet potatoes themselves, but also the leaves while you wait. And I've held out a long time on this. I was like, no way, they just taste like meh. But honestly, I've been converted. Now I'm using them to replace spinach in my morning smoothie, and that saves us about $6 to $8 a week, which is pretty big. So check out this super nutritious plant that's really easy to grow and can stand the heat of summer and can last all year round for you. Speaking of my morning smoothie, you know, a common ingredient that a lot of people like to use no matter what they mix in their smoothie is our number 2 plant, and that's gotta be bananas. Bananas are one of the largest herbs in the world, and they thrive in the subtropics and tropics, so they can grow all across the state. Yes, even people grow them in northern Florida, but for central and south Florida, man, we can grow them all year long. I did a huge haul of 2 crops of bananas in January. Now, I live in zone 10A, so I get a lot more yield than you may get if you live in something like zone 8, but still, you can grow them. And what's cool about this is that having them for your morning smoothies, but the thing is that the break-even point for saving money from the time that you buy the plant, it takes a minute. It usually takes you about 2 bunches and about a year to get there, because bananas are generally pretty cheap. But I like to get plants like Dwarf Cavendish or Dwarf Bananas, because it kind of evens out how many bananas I get, because honestly, you can get up to 100 pounds with certain types of bananas, and that's a lot to get through really quickly. Hopefully you like smoothies. And I mentioned that bananas are in a lot of smoothies, but you know what? I think another common ingredient is berries. Whether it's strawberries, raspberries, blackberries, or blueberries, they often are found in a lot of smoothies. But you know what? Because you live in Florida, even better is number 3, the mulberry. I love mulberry bushes, mulberry trees. These are really tasty, yummy, and easy to grow. They taste, I would say, kind of in between a raspberry and blackberry. They look like blackberries. They stay in your hands. They're really cool. But they produce a lot of yield, and so we can get a lot of berries very quickly, and then we go ahead and freeze them and use them out throughout the year for our morning smoothie. Now, honestly, I keep talking about this morning smoothie that I have, so I'm just going to put the recipe in the description below in case you want to try it. It's okay if you don't. Oh, and another great thing is that because now that we're growing mulberries and we grow a lot of them, I'm saving about $10 a week in the amount of berries that we usually buy, which is a huge savings. And while the banana may be the largest herb in the world, you know what? This herb, it's pretty big too, and you should also consider adding it in the summertime, and that's gotta be number 4, papaya. It's native to the Caribbean, and also there is a version that is native to Florida, so it grows really well here. You can get seeds right out of papayas from the store and go and put them in your yard, or maybe you're as lucky as I am and an animal ate some papaya and gave you some little baby plants. So now I've redistributed some of those plants back into my front yard, and I've got papayas growing, which is really exciting. Now when it comes to them being totally ripe, my husband and I were like, on the flavor, I think you just acquire taste, but I know a lot of people like to use the green papayas to use in savory dishes, kind of like as a melon substitute. So we're gonna be doing that. So really consider your number 4 crop, papaya. You know, when I think about summer, I think about things like spicy foods like salsa, and when you have salsa, you gotta have some guacamole. And that brings us to our number 5 plant, avocados. Avocados are native to Mexico, but you can grow them here too. Now they like to be a little bit more on the arid side, so people have struggled historically with them, but there are more varieties coming out that actually are like the Haas avocados that you can get from out west. There's breeds like Super Haas that grow really well in Florida now. And I just gotten a couple of them a couple years ago. I'm really excited about it. I just got my first little baby avocado. It was super tiny and so cute. It does take a little while for them to really get some crops in, but I think it's definitely worth the wait. I know we're gonna love it because we eat a lot of avocados in our diet. And the other thing is that something I had to learn the hard way is I actually originally bought 2 trees. I only have 1 now. And the reason is that I didn't know that they get sunburned. And so whether you use a shade cloth or you use other plants, like I've used my mulberry tree to help shade the trunk to help it survive in those initial years. But still a great plant to grow in Florida. Think avocados. So whether you go with one of these plants or another tropical crop, Florida is a great place to go and grow food all year round. And honestly, that brings me to the next video, which is we're gonna go over 5 fall vegetable crops that you can grow. And to make sure you don't miss it, go ahead and like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notification. New videos each week on Friday and sometimes a bonus on Sunday. And while you wait, go ahead and check out this, and YouTube thinks you like this. Okay, I'll see you soon. Bye.